It's another Dollar Tree bonanza. I have loved doing this series so far because I have found so many things that I really have enjoyed that I'm going to be buying again. And it's so much fun to see what can you pull out of the Dollar Tree for just $5. Can you feed 2 people on that? And so far the answer has been yes. And so I have another $5 meal. Thankfully, the prices have not gone up yet in my area to that $1.25 like it seems to be hitting some of the other areas in the country. I will say that I was almost thwarted in this video because we went to Washington County again, but this time to Johnson City, which is a larger urban center than Jonesboro is. And when we went to the first Dollar Tree, I actually thought we were going to have to go back to the Jonesboro one because there was nothing in it. I mean, next to nothing. I must have hit them when the truck, like maybe in between trucks, and it had just not got there yet. So we didn't end up getting anything there. We went to the second one and thankfully it was packed full. It had a lot of really interesting things that I didn't see at any other Dollar Tree in my area, including skeins of yarn, all kinds of crafting supplies. I was like in heaven. I really had to control myself that time. But we managed to get a really good dinner, or what I hope is going to be a really good dinner, and had a lot of fun at that one. So let's go ahead. I will show you the footage of that really cool Dollar Tree that even had the Dollar Tree Plus section already put in it, which is why you will see some items that were between $3 and $5 in that one aisle. So I will show you that, and then we're gonna get started with our big dinner. And here is what we got for dinner. We're going to have this. I've never seen these at a Dollar Tree before. These little mixes. I love that there's only 4 biscuits that it makes. It's perfect for maybe 1 to 2 people that don't want a whole lot of leftovers because, you know, biscuits get stale over time. So I really like this, that it's a little package. We've got some mashed potatoes. We're going to go ahead and make some kind of gravy. We've got this really good looking vegetable blend. Look at the peppers and peas and broccoli. That looks really good. And we've got our beef patties. So this is going to be kind of a a more traditional Southern style dinner that we're going to put together and dress up. But I will show you what else I got over there. This one had panko breadcrumbs. So I went ahead and got those because, as you know, I was totally out of any kind of breadcrumb in this house. I also got this little canvas. They got tons of little art canvases like this. The things that I paint, I know are not going to obviously end up in a museum or be sold anywhere. I'm just doing this for fun for myself. So I wanted to get at least one of their little canvases and see just how good they are. But I'm also really excited because they had tons of stencils. And these will be used for art projects that I'm going to be doing. You know, you can use just portions of it, you know, just however you want to do. You can layer it. I've got some letters, some stars. These were, I think, my favorites right here because you got butterflies, you got animals, but I love these birds. Those are so cool. And then just some cute little flowers and suns. And then this one is kind of your more traditional motifs, which will be really nice. And then I also got this one that's got kind of like a more brick, but of course, you know, you can use them however you want. And of course, I don't have them here, but my mom got some more puzzles for my grandmother. We got her some more little workbooks so she can practice her handwriting to keep her fingers dexterous. And so it was a really good haul. Thumbs up to the Johnson City Dollar Tree. Now I have most of what I need out. I'm going to try to keep everything kind of simply seasoned. I don't want to go too crazy because we want to stay within or as close to our $5 as we possibly can and stick to things that people would probably already have in their cupboard. So this is going to be kind of a simple meal, but also a little bit of a fancy one that we're going to put together. As far as the cheese garlic biscuits, I've decided to do Parmesan, but it does say that you can use any cheese that you want to. Are frying to perfection. You hear my air fryer probably in the background. That's where the biscuits are. And I'm melting the butter and salt in the water for our mashed potatoes. I'm not doing anything special to those. I'm just following the directions on there. I may end up adding some garlic powder or onion powder. I don't know yet. But for now, I'm just going to keep it pretty simple, especially since we're going to be making a gravy to put on top of it, so I don't want to go too crazy. Now for this, I am going to microwave them a little bit, but then I will be adding them to a skillet to saute, and that's where these seasonings are going to come in. So let's go ahead and get that started. Now I've got the beef patties pulled off the pan. I left some of the cooking grease in there, but poured off the rest of it. You just want a little bit. And our water is boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And that way we can add our milk and potato flakes, and that will be done. So let's go ahead and put our onion. I went ahead and added some garlic. Now you can leave the garlic out, but I love garlic, so I just decided to add that in there and go ahead and get up some of those cooking bits off the bottom of your skillet. We're kind of going full Southern here with our, using our pan drippings and adding butter to this skillet. This is what I'm going to be putting our vegetables in. But that's okay. Once in a while, full Southern is not going to hurt you, and it tastes so, so good. Now, let's go ahead and add our milk and potato flakes and see what that does. We're going to give that... Oh, that actually came together really quick. Now let's go ahead and add our creamed mushroom soup to the skillet. This is going to be our gravy. And if you have mushrooms, you can go ahead and add in those too. I think that'd be really good. I did not have any mushrooms, leftover mushrooms from anything in the refrigerator. So I did not add that just because I'm trying to keep it within a certain budget. But by all means, if you have some extra mushrooms, it'd be a great way to use them up. And we're going to let this simmer a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put the beef patties back in the gravy so they kind of saturate in there and get all nice and gooey with it. Now you can see this made actually more gravy than we will actually eat, but that's okay because I'll have leftovers and I'll use it to spice up something else. Okay, this came together so fast.
Yeah,
He was out working in the shed. He thought he had some time. He did not have time.
Not really, no. Looks good. It's like a full...
I know. It smells really good, too. Yeah. Really savory. Kind of hits the spot on a cold day because it is so cold out there right now. And this just really, this is one of those good comfort meals you want when it's sleeting outside. Now, mashed potatoes, I've had, mashed potatoes from Flakes before, so I'm pretty sure I know what this is going to taste like. Yeah, I mean, it's just good.
Yeah,
it really is.
You can tell. I can kind of tell that it's mashed potatoes from Flakes. You know what I mean? Like it's not like.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's not homemade because mine tend to be a little bit lumpier. But these are really like perfectly smooth.
Perfect consistency.
Yeah, so it's not ye old potato masher in there, but. Yeah. Okay, yeah, really like that too. And now the frozen vegetables, I just seasoned them a little bit, so nothing crazy. So this is the one that I'm a little bit worried about because I accidentally forgot that they were in the air fryer. So they might be a little extra crispy. But we will see.
I think it's my favorite part.
Oh, these are good.
Yeah.
With the Parmesan in them. Now, I added the Parmesan. And then, it's got like the garlic flavor and stuff like that already in it. It is really good.
Actually,
okay.
I think that's my favorite of the whole meal. And
one little tip that the cashier at the Dollar Tree told me is when she's in a hurry, she will grab these, go home, and make chicken and dumplings.
Oh, I bet that would be good because it's
and
already
drop,
seasoned.
and drop these on top. And she said that is fantastic. So I would definitely buy these again.
Yeah.
Those are so good. This is really super tasty. I'm so happy with how this turned out. This is a great Dollar Tree dinner. So kudos to the Dollar Tree because they've been adding some new products like these biscuit mixes are new and stuff like that, and they're spot on. So next week we are going to do it again. We're also going to keep it vegetarian.
Oh, okay.
Next week, yeah. So we're going to put together a meal that if you don't want meat, you don't have to because the Dollar Tree has you covered if you're a vegetarian also.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next time. Bye.
And if you like historical cooking and unusual cookbooks, here's 2 more videos you might enjoy. And make sure to like and subscribe for more foodie adventures.